morning, YouTube, and happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? I was spending a little time before the stream started looking at the bookcases here in Powerwash Simulator, and there's some kind of amusing titles in here. Let's see. What we got here? Pet Caring Intro. How to Train Your Cats. Step-by-step guide with pictures. I think it should be how to train your humans, because that's what cats do. Painting miniatures for beginners. Encyclopedia Blenduria. Oh, hello Cliffside Breeze. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day or evening where you are. And good morning to Neon. I hope you're having a good day so far. The Fountain Scuffle. Muckingham County Myths. Lost Atlantis. Myth no more? A concise compendium of Caldera County cryptids. Here's one called Making Washing Fun. Mount Rushless Mining Rush. The Moon, More Than Meets the Eye. Here's a book. I can see the first part of the title. It just says Gnomes. Don't know what else it says. Yeah, I thought it was kind of amusing, the different book titles up here. Oh yeah, and let's see what else we got. Grayscale 101, Power Washing for Beginners. The Washer's Guide to Nozzles and Extensions. Pies Beginner, Pies Intermediate, Pies Expert, Power Washing Theory, The ABCs of Cleaning Rust, and Other Tough Dirts. How to Abseil. Alright, enough looking at the bookcases. I just found them very amusing. Pet the kitties. And let's see, we're heading to clean a road sweeper. That's right. I just want you to know that from this day forth, you are forever loved by at least one person, me. Started work this morning and forgot all about my detour around the annual Huckleberry Run on Oak Street. Drove my road sweeper straight into the party zone. Not sure what the fallout from this is going to be. I'm hoping with all that juice flying around, people kept their cameras, phones in their pockets, and I've got away with it. One thing for sure, if I go back to the yard with it looking like this, then I know what my work nickname's going to be for the next 40 years. Cute. So let's continue on to the job. Oh, and I got my October Humble Choice games. So there were actually some decent selections. Now, it doesn't mean I will play any of them right away, but I did get Atomic Hearts. I got Z Rising. I got one of the Story of Seasons games. I can't remember which one. Yeah, pretty bad, isn't it? As soon as I turned the corner and saw all the revelers having fun and chucking huckleberries around, I knew I was in trouble. I had no choice but to style it out and act like I was supposed to be there. Cute. You know what? Let me check. Give me a second. Pioneers of Olive Town. That's the story of Seasons I got. Hotel Renovator. And something called Caravan Sandwich that doesn't have the greatest reviews, but I figured it was in humble choice. I essentially got it for free, considering I got some other games as well. Kind of low-key interested in that Hotel Renovator game, although it has some negative reviews. We'd have to try it out and see. It also has about another $30 worth of DLC content, which I guess in the whole scheme of things isn't bad. So I guess you can turn off the brushes. Well, we didn't need to turn off the brushes. Having them rotate was actually helpful. That front sweeper arm is done. That front sweeper arm is done. And I get the feeling that Powerwash Simulator 2 takes place in some British-like town or county, considering some of the names. I'll have to test out that Hotel Renovator game and see what it's like, but if it seems like it's actually a somewhat decent game, we might take a look at it next in the morning streams. What do y'all think of that? It probably would have been semi-alright if I hadn't panic crushed my brushes on. I don't know, I just thought, I'm driving through this parade, gotta look official like I was a fruit mixer or something. I severely underestimated the power of the sweep. They turned the street into a river of jelly in seconds. Somebody was having a good time, weren't they? And it does look like the thing is covered in jam, doesn't it? That's funny. The NPCs in this game get themselves into some of the wildest situations. I think that's something else I like about the game. It definitely does not take itself seriously. I think I really appreciate a game that it knows it's a game and can lean into the absurdities of games instead of trying to be some big commentary on the world or politics or any of that. It's like, just be a game. Be fun, be funny, be whatever. Ah, yes, hello, Bubbles. Hello, Ulysses. And Squeak. Oh, I know where we're at. There's the, the public porta potty that we cleaned early on. The Grand Emporium. That sounds really old school. I'm not gonna lie. Cyber Cafe. Retro LAN party every weekend. That would actually be, that would low-key be fun. Retro LAN parties? Depending on what game they were playing, but yeah. Have you seen this person? Mysterious hero spotted washing various objects around Caldera County. Any information on their identity, call. Oh my god. Some of the things you see when you decide to look around. 75% sale, meaning we are only selling 75% of our available stock. This does not mean our products have a 75% price discount. Please reach out to branch manager for any inquiries. Help wanted. Ask inside for available roles or phone us directly. Muck Festival. Benny Smalls, A&T. The Soapy Sponges, Triple N, Nazo, Norma Lisa, Earlston Scrubs, MC Grunge, Panic Pineapple, The Greasy Friars, Mr. Yucky, and Squeaky Rhymes. $25 standard, $75 VIP, $850 super VIP. Good grief. That jump in price. Tickets are non-refundable in the event that Mount Rushless were to erupt. The event organizers have closed the ski slope during the event due to attendants skiing down the mountain and leaping over the venue in previous years. Oh my god. Power washing liquid coming soon. Let's get soapy. New range of power washing liquids for those tough dirts that just won't come off. Okay. Muckingham Barbecue Cookout, sponsored by Muckingham Burgers. Oh, very funny. This summer at Muckingham Recreational Grounds Fountain. How much further can you walk around here? Okay. So this is the limit. I was wondering. It seemed like they give you pretty free reign here. Okay. Nope. I'm not seeing any gnomes in this scene. So either they're really well hidden or there aren't any. We'll look around a little more. Wow, they really do give you some pretty free reign in this one. Affordable real estate. Yeah, not in this world. Okay, so I was not expecting to be able to go this far. Like the little paw prints. Pet Cafe. Dr. Dulot's Pet Cafe. That's cute. Some cute artwork. Hold on. Yeah, you know, I would have thought that that would have been the perfect place to hide a gnome. Caldera Festival. Town floats, parade, free food, live music. Free food? Oh my god, don't offer free food at a festival. Ah, I kind of figured we'd eventually run across one. There's a gnome. Today's specials. Alright. What is this cafe? Caldera Diner. Fried green tomatoes with 5 dips. Chef's secret curry. Salt-baked sea bass with roasted sweet potatoes and quadruple cheesy fries, 4 times the fries, 4 cheeses. That last one sounds like the appetizer you would get to eat with a bunch of people before the main dish. The sea bass sounds really good, though. We also serve, oh wait, hold on. We also serve iced latte, spiced latte, nitro brew, compote, waffles, cheesecake, milkshakes, milk-free shakes, every type of tea, pancakes, donuts, and gelato. Sounds like my kind of diner. We're hiring. Graphic designer needed. Help us refine the sketch below into our store's mascot, and the role is yours. So it looks like a little shrugging guy with a kind of neutral expression on their face. And this is just says DNR. And the Grand Emporium. Ding! Washing liquid. 2 times the power. Captain Arts 1987 Premium Paint. Glossy. Impress your artist friends. There's a new paint in town. We have vibrant yellow, cool blue, and warm orange. Alright. We're done being nosy in the town. We should probably head back and finish what we were doing. Oh, and a pizza shop. Okay, we're not being done being nosy. Supreme Tower Pizza. You can't get close enough to read the whole thing. Let's say 128 ingredients, 64 toppings, 32 sides, 1 pizza. And this is Antonio's Pizza. It says, welcome, we're open. But we can't go inside. They close on Tuesdays and Sundays. Sweeper Street Race. Race and clean around Argento. Speaking of sweeper, we should get back to cleaning it. Alright. That was fun. That was a fun little aside. I wonder if they realized that people like me would go and look at every little thing. I have to admit, the amount of detail in this game is really nice. Even then, I could have probably written it out if I hadn't started waving. Don't know, just thought, I gotta own this moment. All the while, down below, the brushes were creating a disaster zone of epic proportion. Well, it certainly looks like you had a good time, dude. The license plate says sweeper. Cute. I love how the reflection shows, like, the street scene behind you, but you're not in it at all, neither are the cats. It's like, maybe you don't exist. And everybody has imagined this power washer that comes along and cleans all their stuff. Oh, wouldn't that be a riot if you were just a figment of everybody's imagination? I just wanted to keep morale high, you know? I really hope no one reports this. I love my job. Every time I catch a piece of litter between my brushes, I feel like a black hole sucking in yet another galaxy. Alright, dude, it's not that deep. You're cleaning the streets, which is a very noble cause, but it's not that deep. Ding, 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 ding. Meanwhile, in Turgento, well, I guess there goes you keeping this a secret, dude. Everybody knows. Oh no, poor guy. Good luck to the geezer. Let him have it, mate. Clearly underpaid. Oh, please. CDL drivers earn good money. I hope so, because he's going to need a vacation urgento. Okay, maybe I can actually get up there again. Just saying. There we go. Every time I hear the cats meow, I want to turn around and check and make sure that they're still there. Alright, so body base, cab base, cab step cubby, hubcap, windscreen wiper, and warning light. By warning light, I assume they mean turn signals? Okay, that's the windshield wiper. Okay, cab step cubby. Hubcap and warning light. So I got all the hubcaps. Well, guess not. Oh, that's the warning light. Alright, that's done. Is this royal flush? I need to get my gas station all cleaned up before we're closed down for good. Royal flush, huh? Well, that was an easy job. Tessa here from the council. Thanks again, Rinson. You got Finn, out of a real sticky one there. And don't worry, he's fine. In fact, he's currently telling his story to the local news network. Cute. Very cute. So, now, where is that? I like checking out the little models. That one's kind of cute. There's room for so many more models on this shelf. And once we get rid of these boxes, there would conceivably be room for another shelf, so I'm assuming, like the first one, there's going to be DLC. They'll be able to make plenty of room for lots of these. Alright, pet the cats. And gas station, which looked like an absolute... Wow, that's a wreck. Morning, sugar. The high muckamucks in the ivy towers of Luber City have demanded we clean our humble gas station. Can you believe the gall of them? First they build a new interstate that reduces passing traffic to a trickle. Then they say we're an eyesore to the few still traveling on it. This town of the year thing's put a rocket up all their behinds. If they ain't happy with the state of the place, then they could at least put their hands in their pocket rather than expect honest folk like us to foot the bill. Anyway, you best get on it. We'll be inside twiddling our thumbs and staring at the walls. Oh, man. I guess this Town of the Year competition that Mayor Jefferson the 13th decided to put together is causing a bit of a problem. Although, to be perfectly honest, the station does look like a hot mess, doesn't it? Look like y'all haven't seen water in this place since 1950. So I heard a bit of gaming news yesterday that, while not particularly surprising, was a little sad. It seems that Amazon has put the put the stops on, well, all their MMOs. I was like, no, serious. You're actually going to do that? And it turns out they actually have done that. So, before we continue, hold on. Let me show you something. Now, I played this game, just to be full disclosure. I actually played a lot of this game. New World. So, you go to the New World page, and instead of seeing the usual trailer and screenshots, you get this. New World Eternum is no longer releasing content updates. Season 10 and the Nighthaven update released October 2025 were the final updates. Servers will remain active through 2026, and all existing content will continue to be playable, but there will be no further content updates released in the game. It's done. They pretty much put the final nail in New World's coffin. Well then. And right after putting out a free update too. They've even made the previous expansion that was a paid expansion free for everyone. As you can see, I had a few hours in the game. Now, it says 635. But That's not the whole entire story. Because I played New World on release, but more than that, I also had like 400 hours in the betas. I had another 150 hours in the alpha. I played a lot of New World. It had a lot of promise at the beginning. But repeatedly, Amazon fumbled that one. And of course, I said the word Amazon, and now there's a device going off in the background. I should probably make sure I didn't order, 500 gallons of something. I didn't. I have no idea what it hurt, though. But yeah, the game had promise in the beginning. It had a beautiful world, a beautiful soundtrack. The story on launch was kind of a mess. They did rework it, and it became a little more cohesive. But there were so many bugs on launch. I mean, some really game-defining bugs. And some that, well, pretty much destroyed the game's economy. I mean, there were dupe bugs. There were gold dupe bugs. I mean, people could literally make gold. And it seems like any time somebody's build was too good, instead of improving the other builds to elevate them to match, that build would get nerfed into the dirt. And of course, there was the PvP, which we know I don't do PvP. Just not my thing. But I always thought that the PvP side deserved a little more love. Of course, a lot of people were mad that they had a toggle switch for PvP. So if you didn't want to participate in PvP, you could toggle it off. And you wouldn't have to deal with that part of the game. And those that wanted to participate in it could leave it on and have that part of the game. Of course, that's not how the game started out. The game started out, it was always PvP on. So there was supposed to be no avoiding it. But of course, there were PvPers that ruined it for everybody else by being, well, trolls. Because there's always a small portion of the PvP community that does that. And it's not all of them. But it was enough that between alpha and beta, they added the toggle. Also, between alpha and beta is when they decided to add quests, actual towns. I mean, it didn't even have, I think there was a starter outpost in the alpha. Beyond that, anything that was built in the world was built by players and controlled by players. And you could literally build whatever you wanted anywhere in the world. Which, of course, as you can imagine, led to some pretty horrible looking builds. But, hey, it would have balanced out eventually. Oh well. I'm kind of surprised. I will be honest, I am kind of surprised it didn't happen sooner. A lot of people left when they released the Angry Earth DLC and went back on their promise to have no paid content that affected the game directly. Because without the Angry Earth DLC, you could no longer progress the story. You couldn't level up higher. You couldn't get the new weapons. You couldn't get mounts. Nothing. So they put progression literally behind a paywall. And of course now, I'm sure the people that bought the Angry Earth DLC are mad because everybody else gets it for free. But of course the downside is everybody is going to see the game die. I imagine that's not going to help the health of the remaining player base. There will be people that say, you know what, I'm not putting any more time into this game if I'm just going to lose everything in a year. It sounds like the plan is that by the end of next year, it's getting shut down completely. If not sooner. I guess that's actually supposed to be there. Looks like a lot of bubble gum in that crack on the sidewalk. Or, I guess that's not a sidewalk. Whatever this is. Looks like an indentation for the water to run off, like when it rains. And since it sounds like Amazon has halted production on most games, especially MMOs, I don't expect that we're ever going to see this Lord of the Rings MMO they were supposed to be developing, which is probably a good thing. Because I imagine it would have gone the same way as New World. Or even worse, considering it would have been directly competing with Lotro, which has been around for, what, almost 19 years now? Yeah, it would have been a lot prettier. And the combat would have probably been different. But it still would have been competing. And I can't imagine they would have done very good with the lore, considering they didn't do very good with the lore in the TV show. What a mess. I'm still thinking this place hasn't seen water of any type in decades. I don't think the lack of traffic is your only problem, people. I think perhaps the fact that the place looks like it's been closed is the bigger problem. It's supposed to be a cactus. I think it is. Yeah, it's a cactus. Open 24/7. I don't know too many mom and pop shops that are open 24/7. But yeah, I thought I'd bring up the Amazon thing in New World because it was on my mind, and I'm sure plenty of people are going to be doing dedicated videos on the subject. I said goodbye to New World, like I said, a couple years ago. So I didn't want to, do a dedicated video beating a dead horse. Still, I figured it was at least worth mentioning. It's actually a cute little cactus sign. I'll tell you what, Sugar, you wouldn't believe the things we see come along here now they've opened the interstate. Anyone sneaking in or out of town comes this way, but so too do the mining trucks now, and you should see the size of them. You mean the ones that are like the size of small apartment blocks? Yeah, they get big. think it is time to put an extension on. That's better. Actually getting somewhere with it now. Sorry, I know I'm kind of quiet right now, but I'm sitting there concentrating on this thing. I'm just kind of wondering what kind of stories it would have. I can imagine this would have been the type of little place that would have been open. Oh, back when Route 66 was still a thing. Because they had all sorts of quirky little places back then. That was back before the highway got supplanted by the interstate, and this just would have been the type of thing you would have seen. That and some wacky little museums and gift shops and all sorts of motels. And of course, I'm not old enough to remember that, but I imagine it would have been a very interesting time to go on a summer road trip. I think we need to, at the very least, the ladder. Maybe, yep, the ladder will do. Why can't I get that one spot? Oh, I can get it now. That works. Is that it for that sign? Would it be under Cactus Road sign? Well, hold on. All right, we still need to do the battery. Okay. Well, there, your sign's done. And if that's any indication, Lone Station, you'll need a better sign, but the cactus part's cute. Hopefully the interior of this place doesn't look as bad as the exterior. Because if it does, no amount of power washing the exterior is going to help. I almost feel like we could. Yeah, that's going to be a lot easier for this part. You know, for a place that looks like the ass ends of tomorrow, it sure has the newest looking pavement I've ever seen. So you're telling me you could get the place paved, but you can't pay to get it washed once in a while? Oh, we are using the 20-inch head. I was like, are we using the big head on this? Yes, we are. Dirt Finder, it's Park Warden. I hear you're back in business. We're in a bit of a fix at the recreation grounds. The bandstand's filthy dirty. Sure would appreciate your help. All right. Well, we'll get to that. I will put that in the planner. Oh, I don't know if any of y'all play Guild Wars 2, but if you do, have you tried out the newest expansion yet, Visions of Eternity. I just started that yesterday myself. I've only gotten as far as the prologue so far, but kind of an interesting storyline. Although I haven't gotten the new spec yet, which is kind of one of my goals is to get my Ranger, the new spec. I'm really, out of all the elite specs I've seen for the Ranger, this Gale shot is the most interesting. Alright. You missing a spot? Yes, we are. We're missing a lot of spot right there. Okay. Alright, that part's done. Some of these rigs what pass by, might as well call them drivable houses. They're as big as one. You feel them before you see them. Think I feel one now. Wait for it. I'm actually looking to see if I see something drive by. Where are the cats anyway? Oh, there's even a little playground in the back here. Very cute. Ah, kitties. Hello, Squeak. Hello, Bubbles. Alright, where's your mama? That's Bubbles. That's Squeak. Okay, where's Ulysses? Where is Ulysses? Ah, there you are. Don't scare me like that, cat. I think one of the things I found so amusing about starting the new Guild Wars 2 expansion was that the characters, the NPCs, talk to my character like she's been places and done things that, well, she's never done. Because you're supposed to obviously do content in order, and I rarely do. So she's not even finished her main story yet. But she's jumping straight from that to Visions of Eternity. My catalyst, yeah. My Asura engineer has also not finished the main story, but she jumped straight from there to Janthier Wilds. So I get dialogue that's like, Yeah, you remember this XYZ? I'm like, yeah, actually, no, I don't. Thanks for the spoiler. But then I kind of spoiled myself by jumping ahead. At the same time, though, been having a ton of fun in Janthier Wilds. Love the Warclaw mount. That's like the first time I've actually liked a mount in Guild Wars 2. Absolutely can't stand the Raptor. Although, I guess I'm not as... How do I put this? I'm more ambivalent towards it now. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. But yeah, who loves a Warclaw? Love the triple jump. Whoa! Hey, whoa! We actually saw traffic go by. I'm kind of surprised. Although that was just a cement truck. That wasn't anything interesting. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying out Gale Shot when I have enough hero points to start speccing into it. No, that ain't it. That thing might as well have come out of a pinata. Oh no, these things are much bigger than that. Wait for it. I kind of figured that wasn't the right thing. And I can't remember what the engineer's new spec was. Was that the amalgam? I don't think it was the amalgam, was it? Whatever it was, I really liked trying it out in the playtest, so that's great because I did not see a spec at all up until this point I want it for the engineer. And the new one is just so weird. I'm loving it. Well, I love the look of it in the beta, let's put it that way. I haven't even sent Catalystia there yet. At this rate, it's going to be 6 months before I take them both back to their respective stories they're working on. PWO. We got regular. Oh, they're both regular. Okay. Kind of surprised we can get that high up with this. Alright. That's enough of that. I got the bulk of that clean, so let's go back to... was going to say, this pillar should be just about done. There we go. Just want to shout in there, hey, people can actually see you have gas pumps now. I think the pump might be completely clean. Guess we'll find out if it's not. And as old-fashioned as those pumps look, yeah, the place has probably been around for a while. Definitely a very brightly colored station once you get past all the dirt and grime. Of course, all this red and yellow is giving me more the feels of a burger stand than a gas station. So here's a question for y'all. What are y'all playing right now? What's got your interest? Any particular video game? Or maybe not, you're not even playing games, but you're binge watching a show or something. What's piqued your interest? Y'all can't, I don't know, y'all might be able to hear her. She's loud. That would be my oldest cat. I've never figured out why cats feel the need to announce that they use the litter pan, but this one does. Just hold your horses. They'll be along. Don't you worry about that. They're still telling me about the big old truck that's supposed to come by. Cute. Yeah, I could do that. There. Now we got most of the edges done. We can get the center part like this. Even the trash can looks like a cactus. Very cute. Cactus Ben. Very cute. I think there's a vending machine. Yep, there's a vending machine under this. Surprisingly, the top of it wasn't dirty. Are we kidding? Everything else was dirty but the top. So let's see. Spray, lubrication, and dregs light. Okay, that is not the typical soda machine. Dregs and dregs light. Two different flavors of lubrication. And two different flavors of spray. I'm not even going to ask them where they got the names of these sodas. I don't want to know. Jessica's Antiques and Collectibles. grizzly bear, max dirt resistance. Okay, what else we got here? Dregs again. And lubrication. Are the tops of those signs clean? I hope so. Opening time, always. Warm meat, eat. Oh wait. Warm meat, eat, cold drink. Okay, so the eat is supposed to be the main word. Hello, cat. I know you're down there. Okay, I think that door is clean. Well, there's a before and after advertisement if there ever was one. Cat, where'd you go? Well, I was getting ready to pick you up. Come here. Of course, he's wandered off now. Oh well. She lost her chance to get up on the desk. She'll be back in about 2 minutes. Agritires. Tractastic. Oh my god, tractastic. Might as well do this while I'm down here. And might as well do that while I'm down here, while I can see it. That's looking better. The PV soap up. A generic orange soda can. It's actually looking very cute. Good morning, old man cat. How are you? You say you love this game? It's definitely low-key relaxing. And the story's pretty quirky, too. You have all the add-ons. I do not have all the add-ons to the first one, but I do have quite a number of them. I actually have a lot of stuff left to clean in the first game, but I finished the main story, which I thought was absolutely absurd but fun at the same time. This game definitely does not take itself seriously. You know? Have you run across any bugs in the... I don't know, you playing the second game yet? You don't have the second one yet? Waiting on a sale or gifting? Oh, well. Well, I picked it up because they gave us a 15% loyalty discount for owning the first game. Which isn't a huge savings, but I figured it was good enough considering I'd gotten the first one through, like... Wait. No, it was a present. Oh, you just got the first one? Yeah, I've had the first one for a little bit. But like I said, it was a present, and then I picked up a couple of the DLC for it. But like I said, I don't have all of it yet. I'm missing a few. But there's plenty of content between the DLC I do have and all the Muckingham Files content. It's amazing how fun power washing something can be in a game. In real life, probably not nearly this much fun or effective. You used to love doing it at home until your hips got replaced? Really? So you actually have real experience doing power washing. You can't stand long enough to do it? I know that's gotta suck. Always sucks getting older. But at the same time, it doesn't. I mean, I can't really complain about being alive. Your sidewalk and apron used to be spotless? I can imagine. I can also imagine that a power washer would not be able to clean effectively all the way up 2 stories. But that's just me. Okay, I need you. Okay, that's better. I think the rocker is done. Well, I got the ladder here. Good grief. Heck is all this? Wife used to bug me all the time about it. She said I would power wash the street if I could. So this game has got to be right up your alley. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's really, like I said, low-key relaxing to just sit here and watch something really dirty get clean. And then to top it off, there's the absolutely absurdist story that goes with it, which I'm having fun with too. You play it all the time on your Steam Deck while laying in bed? How does it run on Steam Deck? You know, I hadn't even thought about doing that. I should probably consider using my Steam Deck more often, considering it was a gift. It was a Christmas present. Well, since you probably have not finished one yet, I will avoid talking about anything that could be considered spoilers for the game. If you're actually interested in the story by any chance, which it turns out there's a story. You just got yours. Walmart had a custom kit, and the Steam Deck was 2 terabytes. Came with case and controller. See, I don't have one that big. I think mine is the smaller version, but I think it will take up to a 2 terabyte SSD card. I should get an SSD card for it. Yeah, that's what I got. I think I have an OLED too. Or I should say as well. Right, back to our steam mop. Get that star. What, that star? Those are actually cool. You say you wanted to buy one, but it was $200. You know what it reminds me of? My grandma had this old, I don't know what it was specifically, but it was kind of a steam, it was a steam cleaner, but it was also a floor waxer. Bunch of water jets under that spin. It almost looks like steam coming out off of it. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of, because I even got to use it a few times. That was back when you actually waxed the floor. That part's done. You got the pledge wax out after you mopped, and you wax the floor so that it had a nice shine to it, and was also as slick as boiled okra. That's where the garden gnome is, up here. Yeah, there's gnomes. And in fact, there's gnomes in the first one, too. I don't know if they're in every scene, but they do start showing up. And if you look around, you can usually find one hidden in the scene. They're pretty much in every scene in this one. And in fact, one of the cleaning jobs I did had multiple gnomes. Yeah, he had a little picnic going. He certainly did. And as soon as I finish cleaning it, I will put him back on it. Try not to knock him off the roof altogether. That would be incredibly rude of me. Oh yeah. The footprints and everything. So somebody comes up here. Every once in a blue moon, you actually see a vehicle go by, too. It was him. Look at his feet. Oh, okay, that's a little creepy. Of course, I have mentioned more than once that the garden gnomes are creepy. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Either somebody really likes garden gnomes or they really hate garden gnomes. Adding them all over the games like this. Alright. We'll do the rest of that with a regular power washer. You think they like them? I have to admit, I'm not overly fond of garden gnomes. I do have one stuffed gnome, but she's like a Valentine's Day garden gnome. So she's gray and pink. She's got a pair of braids. I think I actually got her like the dollar store or something. She was like $5. I remember that. They freak me out. Oh, if they had Warhammer gnomes, I would put them in the flower bed. They can be a little freaky, can't they? Like I said, the only one I have is the little one I got for Valentine's. And that's good enough. Put you there. There you go. Okay, that's the floor done. Or the roof, the floor, the roof. I like the adjustable nozzle on this one. So you don't have to constantly change out nozzles. You can just change the one you're using to match what you need. So they must, I'm guessing they must have put the first Powerwash game on sale considering 2 just came out. At least if they had been smart, they would have done that. I think that's all clean. Warhammer gnomes, it's all good. Regular gnomes, no. Nope, it's $24. Powerwash 2 is on sale. Yeah. Well, since you own the first one, you're going to be offered the second one, at least at launch, 15% off. It's a loyalty discount. They figure if you own the first one, you're going to want to own the second. Powerwash Services, 2 quick questions. Are you open for business? And do you have a gravel pit to slow down out-of-control vehicles? I'm fast approaching your yard. Your what? Oh, you better not crash into my building, buddy. We will have words. I just bought that. I had to give up all my old equipment to buy that. So, you better not crash into my building. Let's not fall off the edge. You just bought it? What, Powerwash 2? Oh, yes. Okay. The AC is clean. Yeah, it's not dinging though. Nope, there's a spot. There we go. Actually, I had missed a spot. A very teeny tiny spot. Okay, we can make that bigger. Might as well get this side of the building while we're up here. I haven't figured out how to do that. Besides, when I came up here, I think he was already laying down. So I just put him back the way he was. There's footprints all over the place down there. I tried rotate, but it doesn't rotate him that way. See, it rotates him that way. So it doesn't rotate him the other way. Yeah, we don't have a 360-degree axis rotation. All right, back to this guy. I still think this gas station being yellow and red reminds me more of a hot dog or a hamburger stand than a gas station. I think part 1 also has multiplayer, doesn't it? Alright, so that is the roof. Done and dusted. Have a good nap, Mr. Gnome. Just stay there. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, it is. Never knew that. Yeah. Now, I have heard that the multiplayer in 2 isn't working right now. Because that was one of like 2 or 3 big, huge complaints in the reviews for 2. Was that multiplayer, either people can't connect at all or there's constant desyncing. And the second big complaint, which is one I actually have too, is that we can't rebind the keys in 2 yet. They say that they're working on that. But a lot of people pointed out that since 1 had key rebindings, it should have come by default with 2. I find that using the soap doesn't do much. Never use it. I only use it in cases where I have really, really stubborn. Like, sometimes rust is almost impossible to get without the soap. And of course, you have to have the right soap. In 1 at any rate. So you want the soap for metal because obviously you're not going to get rust on wood. But generally I didn't use the soap. I'd buy it, but I'd rarely ever use it because it was such a pain. It would run out so fast. Now, 2, they don't have you buying soap. Apparently, you get the soap by default, but you have a limited use of it, and then you have to wait for it to refill or recharge. So I don't know if that's better or worse. This is definitely an old school gas station. Got a service bay and everything. This would have been back when somebody would come out and offer to fill the tank for you, check your oil, probably refill your windshield wiper fluid, wash the windshield. I don't even know if gas stations like that exist anymore. Nowadays it just seems all you pull up to the pump your gas, pay at the pump, and go along your way. Oh, we did miss a spot. Okay. All right, I will be here for a little while longer. All right, the air pump's clean. Yeah, that's an old-fashioned looking air pump too. Oh my god, it's even got a crank on the side. And hey, no place to put quarters because they're not making you pay for air. I missed a big old spot there, didn't I? All right, that's done. Back to this one. We can do more of the ground. I think that this power washer here was the best addition. It just makes the big flat surfaces a lot easier to clean. I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Are we actually gonna clean, power wash old tires? I mean, do they really need power washing? I can feel rumbling deep down in my gizzard. That thing's not far off now. Down in your gizzard, huh? I don't think humans have gizzards. That's a bird thing. Are you a bird? Are you a chicken? Maybe you're a turkey. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to go up top again, I think. I missed something. Because I didn't see it there. Somebody playing a game of dice up. Oh, a dice game, huh? Well, we know how they spend their extra time. Gambling. Okay. Maybe that would explain why y'all haven't cleaned the place up, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is a full service station. I mean, look at it. They got a playground in the back. They got picnic tables. I imagine this would be the type of place where somebody would fill your gas tank for you as well. And check your washer fluid levels. Stubborn bit of dirt there. Something about Power Washing Simulator 2 is spicy. Well, they definitely have some interesting references in the game. I have to admit, so far it's been a ton of fun. We have to clean all that. Okay, let's finish what we're doing first. Let's focus. We're trying to clean this concrete pad off. Alright, that section is clean. Might as well get as much of the pad as I can with this before I switch back to a regular one. Might as well get as much of the table as I can too, because why not? Save ourselves some time. There's a payphone over here. I should have expected it. All right, let's go. Let's go with this one. How much? I'll look later. I was going to say, how much money do I have? Do I have enough money to upgrade to a better power washer? This one's doing fine at the moment, so we won't worry about it just yet. Alright, we need the shorter one. Alright, what am I missing here? There we go. Isn't that the whole thing? I think it is. Alright, on to the next one. This time I'm going to do something a little different. After I get rid of this. Alright, the pad's done. Let's go with the soap nozzle. See if it makes this any easier. I don't know how much that actually helped. I don't know if that actually helped clean it any faster or just highlighted the dirt more. I think that's that table done. Yeah, see, I honestly can't tell if it's helping or not. Sorry, I was opening the windows in the house. The high today is going to be 65 in Texas, so let's air out the house. 65 sounds like a good temperature. Lately it's been like, yeah, about 65 for the highs, but the lows have been down in the mid to low 40s. I'm like holding off putting on the heat for the winter. At some point I'm going to have to do it. But for now I've just been using North Carolina. Now I've just been using my heated mattress pad, which works fantastic. You were stationed there? It's a nice place. I mean, it's not Louisiana, but it's also not New York, which, after living there for a long time, I decided to escape because it had gotten pretty bad. Seymour Johnson, AFB, Air Force Base, huh? Oh, last time I was stationed at a base, it was the Bethesda Naval Hospital, and that was back in the early 90s. I don't think I'd be putting a soap on a payphone, but there you go. You joined in 90 and retired in 2012. Well, I was only in for 4 years, but that was at the beginning of the 90s, the beginning of the first Gulf War. Yep. So you know exactly what I mean. Those were the days, everyone joining the military. Well, not quite everybody. My dad really had wanted my brother to join, but he didn't want nothing to do. He was more, he wanted to be an archaeologist. So I ended up joining. Like I said, I was only in 4 years, but at least one of Dad's kids joined the military. He ended up doing IT work. You know, my first choice for A school was computers, but the rating was full. So I ended up becoming a corpsman because that was at least open. Now that I think about it, looking back on it, I'm kind of mad I didn't get the rating I wanted. But back then, literally everybody wanted to do computer science stuff. outside is done. Oh, 4 watching and only 2 likes. Like the stream, people. Yes, if you are enjoying the content, well, feel free to like the stream. Leave a comment, too. Say hi. Promise to don't bite. She might. See. 3, 7, huh? Got 7 showing on those dice. Don't know what game they're playing. Don't know if 7's good or not. Tell you what, 7 would be a horrible roll for a D&D character. You're making a character and you roll 7. Yeah, you're either going to discard that roll or you're going to put it in charisma. That would suck. Yeah. Like the wagon wheel here. It's kind of neat. Don't know what they want with a wagon wheel, but there it is. Depends if the dungeon master allows you to reroll. Well, usually you'll get a certain number of rolls, and then you drop your highest and lowest, and you use what's in between for your stats. At least that's what I always experienced. I think the only time you were allowed to re-roll completely is if you had the worst RNG ever and you had all low rolls. But I only played for a little while, and it was, what, 3rd edition, I believe. Unfortunately, I didn't click with the group. You know, that's always a risk if you're a new person and everybody already knows each other. It just doesn't always work out. My favorite character I played was a lawful neutral pixie assassin who had a phobia of seeing blood. He would pass out if he saw it. And that has been interesting because he's an assassin, but he hates blood. Alright, that side's done. Exactly. Oh, this looks like it needs a good scrub. Oh, I'm missing a lot of spots, aren't I? He used poison darts and then would have to wait to see if it worked. It was a hilarious game. I was at a party with a barbarian paladin of Torm and a cleric who was lawful good but afraid of pixies. Our DM was a sadist. So you were a pixie, but you had a party member whose character was afraid of pixies. That's funny. I bet you that made for some awkward interactions between the characters, not the players. Obviously, if you're playing at a table, you probably get along. Hopefully. I've seen some of the DM horror stories on YouTube, so I guess you don't always get along as players either, but if you had a good group, I'm sure you do. I got injured and the cleric had to heal me, but was freaking out when she had to lay hands on me. So she torn between performing her duties, and I'm sure she has some deity that and some code that says she must kill those who are injured, but at the same time, ew, a pixie. Oh my god, run away. Our DM was an evil man. Oh well. Ice Maker will not get clean. Well, maybe it would help if I cleaned the top of it too, huh? Hi all, consider this your daily drive-by. Hope you're all having a good day. Well, hello drive-by. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day. Earlier I was talking about, okay, at work can't say, but I'd say hi. Well, thank you. Earlier today I was talking about Amazon shutting down their game studio, well, essentially shutting down their game studio and putting an end to their MMO development. Went to the New World page, and sure enough, there's a big notice where the trailer videos used to be saying that there will be no further development. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I played New World for a long time, but I am still a little saddened to see that it came to that. Well, you know what? I can't say I wasted the money because I got tons of hours out of it before I quit playing. I had like 600 hours just in the full release. You know? But I am kind of glad I chose not to pay the extra money for that first expansion when it came out. So from now on, you need to just assume a game is only going to last 4 to 5 years and prepare for that. Sadly, it seems like nobody knows how to make a good MMO anymore. I had over 1,000 hours in that game. I was online when they shut down the servers. Oh, Star Wars Galaxies. Yeah, I heard that was a really sad ending. I think it would be the same way if Lord of the Rings Online decided to shut down. Problem is everything is online only, so even if you want to play it with other people, the server keys are held by the keymasters online. Well, everything wants to be live service, and live service doesn't work for everything. I mean, there are single player games that expect you to connect online just to play them. I'm like, actually, if I don't have to play the game online, I'm playing it single player on my own computer, why do I need to connect to even play it? I was on the alpha and beta teams for Star Wars, The Old Republic. I put about 800 hours in it until they nerfed a bunch of stuff and everyone quit. I think I had thought about playing The Old Republic, but I think it's already on its way out, and I decided against it. I remember playing Rift. That was fun, but then it got bought by someone else, who got bought by someone else, and it turned into a big, huge microtransaction grab. Which seems to be the second bane of MMOs. They either mismanage a game into the dirt and it shuts down, or they turn it into a microtransaction hellscape and it shuts down. Yeah, I saw that. I don't think it's going to help other places if it's just the UK, though. There's a bill in Parliament to ban microtransactions in the UK. I'll be honest, I'm in the camp of if it's cosmetic only and you're not charging a week's groceries to buy it, you got to keep your lights on somehow. But honestly, I'd rather just see subscriptions become a thing again. I know there would be people who would absolutely hate that because they hate subscription models, but subscription models at least mitigate the need for other more predatory ways of making money. Doesn't get rid of it because, hey, even Lotro has microtransactions, which I have been known to rail against even them for that. And I love Lotro. I wonder what games like Guild Wars 2 are going to do, because they rely heavily on their cash shop. They don't even have a subscription model. They have a box price, and they have the cash shop. That's their two main ways of making money. And I just missed some messages. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what the last messages were. I missed them. I will say in general, curbing these microtransactions is, in the short term, going to be a net positive for the players. In the long term, we're going to have to wait and see what these companies do to compensate for it. Because they're not going to like losing a big part of their income. You know? The heck is that? Oh, look, it's our friend Scam. Yeah, go pound sand, Scam. You gotta run, the locksmith is here. Have fun. Well, thank you. You take care. You have a good one. I appreciate you being here, old man Cad. Alright, got the painting cleaned up. Hello, Miss Maylee. What are you doing there? That's looking good. The barrel cup. Okay. Gas station wall. Then I get everything? Oh, apparently not. Okay, that's done. Wagon wheel hub. Okay, that's done. Okay, payphone. Tool storage. And then the only other thing should be the playground. Okay, that's done. That was easy. Tool storage. I know, maybe. I feel you there. Okay, why is this not cleaning? I need you to stop. I need you to stop blinking now, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, and apparently I missed the gas station wall. All right. I need you to stop blinking too. Aha. Okay, finally. Now, this wall, apparently I still haven't gotten it clean enough. Or is it this one? It's this one here. I'm going to need to bring the ladder around. Oh, wait. Right there. Okay, finally figured it out. Now, playground. I think playground actually is the only thing left. Woo! A cute little playground. I see the gnome was on the playground. Little steps down the slide. Cute. Creepy and cute. Funny the soccer ball doesn't move. Come on. All right. Well, that helps somewhat. Oh, we did finally knock the soccer ball off. Oh well. I like the cute little cactus theme that this gas station has going on. Alright, I think that is about as much as we're going to get with that. So, I don't need you blinking all the time. So, stop it. Do I have... No, I don't have an extension on this thing at all right now. We'll go with this one. Oh, hello, Wolf. Happy Wednesday. You say your 3D printer is supposed to arrive today. Yay! I assume you're looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll work out better for the stuff you're printing, too. Yep, I still haven't made room in the den yet. Well, you should absolutely go do that. Right after you finish watching my stream, which won't last much longer, by the way. As soon as we get done with this cleaning, I think we're going to wrap it up. You have appointments today? Well, hopefully nothing too bad. I know, well, appointments are never really fun. But there are some appointments worse than others. I can't say chemo was my favorite appointment. But I'm sure most people would agree with that sentiment. Do you have any idea what you're going to print first once you set up the new printer? I mean, I'm sure everybody, when they get a new one, probably does some sort of a test print. You're going to use your old translucent filament to make a batch of cyber crystals. Is that for your test print? Your Cobra 2 can't use your old filament, it keeps breaking mid-print. It's the entire point of me buying a new printer. So you're hoping that the new printer will be able to utilize the filament that the old one can't use. Alright, now, playground towel, okay. playground cactuses. I apparently have not cleaned to satisfaction yet. I have like 4 or 5 spools of filament I bought 2 or 3 years ago and has become brittle. The Ender 3 V3 SE is gravity fed, so they should hopefully still work well enough on it. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, hopefully that'll do the trick. Playground tower post. Two of 4. Oh. Okay. Now there's one left. Which one is it? Alright, which one of you is still dirty? You? Got it. The ones that won't work, I may just have to throw out in the end, which would suck. Each spool cost me like $50. Ouch. Yeah, that would hurt. And there's probably no way to use it for anything else, like just like melting and molding it for anything. Hello, Squeak. Hello, Bubbles. Alright, we've pet all the cats. The gas station is looking nice and shiny and new. Well, it's new as a retro gas station can look. Sugar, I don't know what to say. Me and Ron have been out front for hours gazing at your handiwork with tears in our eyes. We ain't seen the place looking like this for many a year. Anyway, look, Ron's given me this cheeky smile and dashed indoors, and now there's soul music floating out the windows. Let's hope Marvin keeps himself to that roof for a while. They named the garden gnome Marvin. Cute. Very, very cute. All right. Kittens are both sleeping on their back right now. Cute. Now, I want to see first off, what do we have in the shop for furniture now? Anything good? Ooh. An upright piano. Play all the notes with this elegant hardwood piano. Can't play, don't worry. Just the presence of an upright piano creates music in the mind of the beholder. I really was saving up for, whimsical shelving. I really want that piano. I'm gonna get it. I want that piano. Oh. Let's go wash it real quick. Not sure I'd be power washing a piano, but, you know. There's a reason, a very specific reason I wanted this. Is because growing up, one of my grandmothers had an upright piano in her house. Apparently she'd had it for a number of years from what I can tell. From what I recall. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was newer, but I'm pretty sure she had all her kids take piano lessons when they were kids. What? I don't have a step ladder here? Just the big one? Surprised the piano isn't going clank, clank, clank as I power wash the keys. I gotta put this. It still drives me nuts that nothing wants to go straight. Oh, wait, we finally got it. Kind of, mostly. You can't actually play it. I'm kind of sad. Not that I know how to play the piano, but I was kind of hoping we could play it. Now, which one is the gas station? Oh, the sign for the gas station. Very cute. Any new... No, I don't think there's anything new up here. Nope, nothing new up there. So, we got 2 jobs done. A small one and a bigger one, and we picked up, it looks like 2 new jobs, a mobility scooter and a bandstand. One last thing before we go, let's see. Whoa! We got here. I should probably be looking at equipment first, shouldn't I? Not cosmetics. That's, I mean, I could buy it, but I really wouldn't be able to buy much of the extensions for it yet, so we'll hold off. We will buy the plus plus extender for the Prime Beast. I think we have everything for the first. Yeah, we'll buy that. We'll buy that. Own a medium duty washer and all of its attachments at the same time. Huh, cute. Washer cosmetics, which we apparently already have. Alright, now let's look at the outfit stuff. Oh look, I get to look like a watermelon. Not really. I'll skip that one. But I do kind of like the look of that one. Kind of summery looking, isn't it? Oh, we'll buy that. We'll buy... that. We already own the yellow gloves. And the yellow boots. You don't get to see our character, I noticed. You know, I would like to actually see what my character looks like, although I guess you only see the outfit, not the character. Yeah, we can't even see ourselves in a mirror. Kind of sucks. That's really 70s retro looking, isn't it? Kind of tempting. The only one that's not just a straight color. Nah, we'll skip that for now. Alright, I think we're done. We did two washes. We pet the cats multiple times. We even got ourselves a new power washing uniform colors, although we can't see it. Again, we can't see our character. We don't have a third person view. But I think we're going to call it here. So, Power Wash Simulator 2 continues to be a lot of fun. And we'll take a look over here. Still mostly positive, 78%. But I know a lot of the negative reviews, again, revolve around multiplayer being barked and the lack of key customization, which they say they're working on that second part. I'm hoping they're working on the first part too, because, you know, if you say your game's multiplayer and then nobody can play multiplayer, that's probably a problem. I love this review. The game provides more of what I enjoyed about the first one and expands upon it in ways I appreciate. Don't expect this to convert any players who weren't into it before, but for those of us that enjoyed the original, this feels just as great. And it looks like they're playing it on... Yeah, this reviewer played this game primarily on Steam Deck at the time of writing. So they actually tell you even what device, like if they don't play it on the PC, but on Steam Deck, they tell you that. And this one actually explained what's going on, at least for them, with the multiplayer. That I appreciate. Bought the game for my girlfriend, her daughter, and I could all play together because we enjoyed the first one so much. But the multiplayer basically doesn't even work. Every time we start up a lobby and try to connect, we only get co-op session no longer exists. Until this is fixed, I'll have to leave this as a negative review. I like a review that explains exactly what is going wrong. Galaxies. See all the games from the Galaxy's Autumn Showcase. Huh. What is this? Cthulhu, the Cosmic Abyss. Oh, I bet you that's going to be creepy AF. That doesn't come out until April next year. I'm sure there's going to be a few people that are going to enjoy that one. Pacific Drives has a DLC, which I haven't even gotten into Pacific Drive yet. I need to do that. I have the base game. Dumb Ways to Party. A party game. 4-player local casual. Okay, yeah, it looks goofy. I'm not gonna lie. I'll keep an eye on that. Warhammer Bolt Gun. 2 is coming out next year. Icarus, which actually has mostly positive reviews now. I know it came out and had some pretty negative reviews. Rue Valley. Now, I saw somebody mention this. It's RPG. It's on my wish list, so it's something I'm keeping an eye on already. Claw Punk? The heck is that? Oh, it's a platformer, huh? Oh, look, I like the looks of it, but I'm not very good at platformers anymore. Been a long time. Not really a bunch of other stuff. Oh, well, Cloudheim. I probably want to put that on the wish list. I tried the demo for that. It's actually pretty interesting. It does have some platforming, but it's mostly fighting and exploring. Edenfall, Legacy of the First Wardens. Maybe. Norigin. All right, we'll put that one on the list and keep an eye on it. Will follow the light. Do not follow the light. Do not go into the light, Carolyn. Crosswind. Open world, survival craft, naval combat. Ooh, hold on. What do we got here? Crosswind is a survival adventure in the age of piracy. Explore procedural open world, gather, build, and craft. Overcome challenging bosses in Souls-like combat. Sail your ship, fight on land and sea, play solo or with friends. But it requires a third-party EULA. I am still intrigued enough by it to put it on the wish list. That's one I might have to bring up with Gus and drive by, see if either of them is interested in it. All right, I think we're done looking at that. There's some interesting stuff in here. So it's a third-party event presented by Galaxies Showcase Media Limited. And I definitely found at least one or two that I'm interested enough in to keep an eye on. So there is that. Under Par Golf Architect. Create your own golf course? Really? Okay, I will put that on the wish list too. I'll keep an eye on that. Bloody Hell Hotel. What the heck? Simulate. It's a. Really? Renovate, upgrade, and expand your hotel. Oh, by the way, you're a vampire, so hospitality isn't your strong suit. All right. That's the last one we're putting on the wish list to watch out for. Oh, snap. Bella creating golf courses. Let's go. I don't know. The bloody hell hotel was like a riot. Oh, you know what? I gotta see the trailer for this one. We are gonna mute it because copyright claims are a thing with music. Which is too bad. Hotel with a vampire host, very intriguing. Oh, oh, this does look absolutely ghastly. Oh my god. I don't know how well this game is gonna do when it comes out, but it looks absolutely hilarious. The game may look different when it's released, maybe, but that's funny. That's it just says 2026, so sometime next year. We may be looking at this next year when it comes out. I'll be honest. I'm like oh, that's good. All right. Now we're done. We're not looking at any more games. That's funny. Well, let me end off by thanking everybody that stopped by today. Neon, thank you as always. I hope you enjoyed watching me power wash things. I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying the quirky stories and everything. Thank you to Wolf of Midnight for stopping by, and I hope that you don't have to throw out that filament because $50 a spool is not cheap. That's like a couple $100, and nobody likes to burn that kind of cash. Old Man Cad, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope everything goes well. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you to Drive By for popping in, even though you're in the middle of work. I hope your meeting goes good. And just to make sure I didn't miss anybody, let me scroll back. Thank you to Cliffside Breeze for popping in. I appreciate you. And I did have a very fun stream. And now, let's see. I was going to try something if I could figure it out. No, I still do not know. I thought I had understood it from the video that I watched, but I still have not figured out. Ah, I think I have figured it out. Hold on. Hold on. I think I have figured it out. But let's see. Search. Well, it looks like there is somebody else live right now playing Powerwash Simulator 2. I've never heard of Scarlet 1499, but we're going to attempt this for the first time, I think. So, if this works, well, we'll see. So, if I'm right, when I end the stream, it should forward you to the next stream. We're going to find out. No promises. I'm still learning this whole redirect thing. But thank you all. I appreciate you. To those who maybe lurked or just popped in and out, thank you. I appreciate you too. Next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Now, tomorrow we will be back with more Powerwash Simulator 2. See what else we learn. And Friday, I'm still up in the air on whether or not I'm going to be streaming at all, considering it's Halloween. I will let y'all know by tomorrow what I decide. For now, have a great rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you are. And until next time, bye for now.